Okay.
Yep.
I'll read. What?
Okay.
David.
There.
Channel. Furry DRP.
There. Now shut the fuck up. You're shaken to consciousness, and it's hard to breathe.
You guys like hell of a boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your hands are numb from the cold.
It's so funny. What's always great?
Yet the air is hot around you. Overlaying everything is the distinct noise of a train. The cold metal floor you're lying on vibrates in time with the rhythm of the tracks. It is not a bear, however. In the gloomy light that filters
It's not a bear.
filters from the slots at the top of your carriage, you can make out a thin covering of hay, and the occasional malnourished humanoid creature, huddled in the corners, attempting to warm themselves. It has been a long time in this carriage.
Morning, lads.
Transported for miles through the snow,
Reckon we'll be stopping shortly.
Logan weakly calls from his corner. He is in the form of an anthropomorphic dog. Squeak! Once golden fur, now dirty brown from mud and dust.
And his own defecate.
Yes, and his own shit and blood. It seems like he has been in a fight of some kind. Indeed, you remember a small scuffle with the guards as he was being brought on.
I want to use the rebar at my foot to try and pry open the door to the carriage.
It looks like he might even have some fight left in him, unlike the other bedraggled creatures that shared in this 2-day journey. Logan scrabbles, crazed at the floor, searching for something that isn't there. He's been doing this more frequently. The train shifts, rhythm slowing, and the loud screech of a steel on steel. Your fellow prisoners look up, tired. The last few stops had resulted in food being passed into the carriage. You think back to the first few stops before a semblance of order had been established. Wing still bears the scars on his muzzle from the fights. Eventually, the practice of rations had been made, handing out equal portions of the crumbly biscuits to each person. I wonder who the you in this is in this story. What? I wonder who is the you in the story. I can read.
That's fine.
You are distracted from your I can't read.
Thoughts.
You are distracted from your thoughts by a loud scraping noise. It seems like the train is already stopping during your drift off. What the? I can't read. It's too late. Stop during your drift off, and a guard is opening the door to the carriage.
I'll make this easier for you.
Oh, thank you. That is better. Thank you very much.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's very big. It slides open as snow billows into the metal room. Cold air, too. You're surprised at how warm it is. How warm it had been inside. You rub your eyes with dirty paws, adjusting eyes to the bright light. A human with a dark black uniform stands outside
I think it's Logan.
and shouts an order with a heavily accented voice.
To the accent.
Out! Prisoners, out! There are 4 in total. No, Stalin just referred to him as another person. 2 carrying rifles in their hands, aimed lazily in your direction.
Ah, okay.
They seem unnecessary, considering the state of your fellow prisoners.
Reader's POV is you?
Is he telling a story, or is this roleplay?
No clue, but he sure could write people's English essays for fat cash.
One by one, the starved inhabitants of the train car get to their respective paws, claws, and animalistic feet. Paris does not stand.
Looks like a story.
She is still suffering from her injuries.
Ooh, we got a name.
The guard turns to her, angry now. You there! Get up right now! We had 2 names already, shaking my head. He unholsters a small black revolver
Sorry, I'm currently working on something and checking back every now and then.
and levels it, aiming right above her snout. Also, who are you, Stoshi, IRL?
Am I a furry?
On your paws, I won't say it again. Yes, Paris, you are a furry.
Kieran's friend. Malky.
There is a moment of pause. Did I meet you somewhere? Paris is obviously too weak to stand. The man fires once. The gunshot hurts your sensitive ears as it sounds in the confined space.
I think at McDonald's. Redwood left the group.
Oh, you're the guy who said, I want to do the bakeries. Oh, I want to go to the bakeries.
McDonald's. I was at the back of the group. Yeah, I fancied a pie at the time.
You and your fellow furries step onto the cold ground, leaving her sad corpse behind. Oh no, Paris died! It almost looks alive, wind ruffling the fur.
Again? For fuck's sake.
Cries, no! You'd think she is sleeping if it weren't for the dark red liquid staining her gray fur. You are made to walk forwards into the wind. Vomit emoji.
Crying, laughing emoji, but deep fried.
Most of you are shivering, even Logan. He had to add Logan, of course. The only one seemingly unaffected is Daniel.
Lol. I should be unaffected, I'm European.
Limping slightly, clutching a small bag.
This is bullshit.
Even the guards in their thick coats are cold and bitter. Am I in the small bag? You make your way forwards, entering a huge queue of other creatures.
Shakes bag vigorously and proceeds to smack it onto the ground.
A few people are sorting prisoners into different queues, roughly shoving with sticks. Ow, fuck, my spine! You watch him separate a young cub from his mother, shoving him into a separate queue.
XD, you get what you deserve.
And then wiping his hand on his jacket as a discussion at the contact. Everyone is too afraid to cry, too afraid to disobey, and thus the sorting process is a fast, silent affair.
Gryffindor.
I'm the plot twist. I like the pain. The evil face. Only sounds being haggard breathing and the rushing of wind.
Fair enough.
You are sorted, split off from your friends, and pass under the great gates of the camp, a quick glance at your last moments of freedom. The wind blows for a second, snow parting. Winter camp, ew.
Ooh, log cabin.
And you catch an incredible view of the mountains to your left. PogChamp. You imagine you could look so far as to see your old home. Before the prisoners behind you shove you forwards, there is a low concrete building ahead.
Oh, fine. Guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here.
Oh, God.
That's on the script.
Stick to the script.
You're being directed towards it, and you hear water running inside. Entering a doorway, this room smells of fear and fright. That is heightest. That is heightest. What about the tall / big / average height people? You realize when you are hit from the side by a blast of water, hosed down from a freezing blast.
Average or above height of their head?
The bright lights are directly behind the guards with the hose, mere silhouettes. Once cleaned, you are ordered into the next room to dry off. This room is near full, crowded with creatures like yourself.
I don't understand why Stalin is doing this, but I respect it.
More and more are made to enter the room until everyone is forced to stand. Stalin. There is a panicked conversation, people shouting out occasionally. Stalin, just call them furries, shaking my head. You are crushed on all sides by moving bodies, when there is a sudden screech of the door. It slams shut.
Is Stalin a furry?
Cries of alarm begin to sound, those nearest the door shouting, "They locked us in! Hey, let us out! It's gassin' time!" One pounds on the door with their large paws. Some scratch the walls. Clink, thunk, pitch blackness.
Gassin?
The darkest you've ever seen. It's honestly a mystery. The lights have cut out. Screams sounding.
Oh, okay.
An elbow hits you right in the eye, and you are knocked into more creatures. At least they're fluffy, right? All around you is movement. People are screaming and shouting.
Fluffy things are usually nice.
when suddenly you hear a hissing noise from the roof.
Sounds like my shower.
You smell something artificial, a horrid chemical smell. It reminds you of a swimming pool, somehow. Gas, gas, gas.
Yep, my shower.
Gonna step on the gas.
Ooh, someone farted it.
You are crowded. The crowded room is thrashing now, scratching at the walls. You are assaulted from all sides, sliced at and paws stood on. You hold your breath for a long time, right until someone's elbow impacts your stomach. All furries have diarrhea simultaneously. And you are forced to take a deep gulp of air, instantly coughing as your throat burns and drawing in more of the noxious gas.
Still clean. Guess I am safe.
You're already weak. Body collapses to the floor. F. Spasming in pain, coughing and coughing, desperate for clean air. Someone's paw impacts your head and you are left dazed.
Are you implying that I'm missing out from not shitting myself uncontrollably?
You are faintly aware of your body now. Perhaps feeling it as though it were so far away, being battered and bruised, melting from the poison air. Ew. The blessed feeling of blackness shrouds your mind.
This doesn't sound all too pleasant.
And the agony in your lungs becomes nothing but a faint, distracting feeling. The body is cold now. Same temperature as the air. Cold furry. Yuck. Same temperature as the bare concrete floor. Put in the microwave.
Eyes exploded microwave.
No, my meatball! Same temperature as the snow, as the buildings of the camp.
It's okay. It's like a pop and cheese.
The very same temperature as the bodies all around it, being loaded without care into a wooden wheelbarrow. Cries, now I have to clean the microwave, not gamer. It will join the hundreds that have been killed already.
Just look off the hot cheese from glass microwave dish.
The deep death pit nearly filled to the brim already. Ew, what are you, a dog? They'll have to dig out many more to handle all the dead to come.
What do you suppose we do then?
Clean the fucking microwave. At the end of the day, what was your life?
No way, Jose.
Whatever it was, it's only static now. Lazy. Displayed on the growing list of dead.
You made the mess.
Nah, I didn't. A list that would grow larger than any thought possible.
No, my meatball! Add Robotic 2.0, hashtag Z512.
Millions of dead in similar ways. You wanted a McFurry and cheese. A systematic eradication of the entire species. Industrialization of death.
Shit. What a fucking mess, though.
But at rest with the knowledge that, at the very least, it's only humans destroying animals. Go lick the cheese from the microwave.
No.
Make sure you to blow.
It's cold now.
We could never do that to other humans.
You go blow a microwave.
Fine, I'll make it well done then.
Fine, I like it crispy. You're not gonna turn it on, are you?
Ta-da, furry DRP is done. What'd you
Hold on.
think?
Stan, a message was cut off here.
That's not an important message.
Stalin.
a message was cut
Stalin,
off
what's
there.
that one?
Hey, don't
Stalin,
talk
hey,
to me.
Stalin,
Talk
what's
to the archivist, alright?
Stalin.
Stalin.
Stick to the damn script!
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I said the lines. I already said them.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely done, but why?
Which sounds like a furry 8 out of 10. Yeah, I had a bit too much furry shit in there for me. I just want the whole story to be a shitpost monument with the added OOC.
Copy and paste it into a doc, then spam it to Grey Tide.
Oh god, how the fuck did do I do that?
Scroll up, copy, paste, and make your way down.
Nah, I'ma screenshot it.
Fair. Queen Sheep left the group. Anyway, back to this.
No,
She's
No.
wet.
You have
No,
to- you
she's
have to say
fucking
goodbye. You
primed
have to
and
say-
ready
God
for
damn
it.
it!
I tied my
Fuck's
grip
sake.
around the throat a little more, and I
And
growl in her ear.
Stop